Hello, sir. Thank you so much for having us here on behalf of College Dunya. It's a pleasure to meet you today.
Thank you very much for the invite, and it's a pleasure to talk to you, Janvi, this afternoon, I should say.
How are you, sir?
I'm very good, thank you.
Okay. So, I have really important questions to ask you regarding Bennett University as well as you. So, your permission, sir.
Of course.
So, sir, first of all, I wanted to know that you have worked in both industry, academia. I wanted to know, I feel like you are the perfect person to tell me how exactly is the higher education sector going to evolve in the coming few years?
Good question, and I don't know if I'm the perfect person, but I do have a perspective. When you look at our country, India in particular, a very large number of our population, a very large percentage of our population is below the age of 20, 25. And there will be a lot of need to make them employable. When I look at it from an industry perspective, the industry wants ready-made talent. Okay, and when I look at it from a university perspective, the universities have not done a very good job so far, barring some of our very top-notch universities. And the statistics are what they are, 5%, 10%, 20% employable. So I think my perspective is that universities must serve a very important role in making our youth employable and career ready.
Right.
And I think that is what you are seeing today, particularly in higher education. There's a much bigger thrust on employment-ready youth. Programs, syllabuses are more aligned now to what the industry wants. New age technologies are emerging, biotechnology, cloud, AI, machine learning. You can name all of them. So these are also the hot sectors.
Right.
So the universities are adapting to this, to the industry needs. There are universities that are collaborating with industry to include their materials in their syllabuses. So I think this is the evolution that we are facing over the next few years.
So talking about Bennett University in particular, how exactly the curriculum of Bennett University is going to prepare the students for the industry or make them job ready, for us to say?
I think that for us is very important. So a university education cannot just be thought of classroom education. So while that is always going to be at the core, and so it is at Bennett, the latest technologies, the latest theories, they are very much embedded. But the curriculum has to prepare our students for a career. Now, what is a career? A career could be higher education, a career could be a job, a career could be working in the government sector, a career could be to become an entrepreneur, whatever those things are. So our goal is, we have to promote this idea that Bennett University is the university for choice. You choose your career, and we will provide you the tools. If you want to go into the industry, you have to do an internship. If you have global aspirations, we have to create pathways where you can explore a semester abroad, a year abroad, create pathways so that you can go for higher studies. If you are into research, you want to have a research career, we want to encourage you to take research-based courses at BU. Somewhere we should not lose the fact, though, that our education has to be holistic. There has to be liberal arts. There has to be life skills. There has to be a good heavy dosage of psychology, sociology, and leadership qualities. You can become a leader through participating in club activities. Just this whole ecosystem that Bennett has created is all towards getting the student career ready. Let's not call it job ready.
A career ready, yes.
Career ready.
Because it can be anything. It can be entrepreneurship.
Yeah.
It can be
we have the BU Hatchery for entrepreneurship. We have tied up with some of the best universities in the world. The School of Journalism is fast growing, of course, with our Times Group connections. We have huge possibilities of internships there. It's very important to understand that we should get away from the fact of being industry ready and be career ready. And if you ask me, I think Bennett University, my vision for Bennett University is I want Bennett University to be the university of choice for the student, for the faculty, for the staff, for the parent, for the employer, and for the partners. They should see us as choice number one. We have come to you.
Right. So I wanted to know what is your ideas and where do you see Bennett University in the next 5 years or so?
Bennett's 5 years young, and it will be 10 years young 5 years from now. Emphasize young because a university in 10 years is a young entity. It takes a lot to inculcate a university to grow. And I'm very fortunate to be part of this initial journey of Bennett. As I told you, I want Bennett University to become the university of choice for the entire ecosystem, for all our stakeholders. And I want to take it there in a sustainable manner. While we have basically two sets of universities in India, private and public, private and government. Okay, I think we are now at that point in time in Indian higher education where the private universities are playing an extremely important role. And the perception that they are, and the perception that's attached to them is changing. And I want Bennett to be in the top of the class in that space. It should be on top of the class.
So talking more about you, we'll get back to Bennett University later. I wanted to know that you have held several senior positions in leading colleges in the US as well, and now that you're working here in India as well. So I wanted to know, what do you see, in your opinion, are the factors that differentiate higher education in India and higher education in abroad?
Okay, so most of my foreign experiences in the United States, and the one thing that comes through to me is the flexibility. The US higher education institutions afford a lot of flexibility at every dimension. There is nothing like, so it's not as regulated. And there's a lot of choice left at the university level. You can complete a bachelor's degree in 2.5 years. You have to fulfill the credits. It doesn't have to be 4 years. You can, the faculty has a lot of choice. The faculty can decide what they want to do. The faculty can float a lot of courses. There are very few, the autonomy that is given to the universities in the US and foreign countries in general is pretty much their choice of what degrees to offer, what should be the course syllabus, how many credit hours they have to give or not give. These are there's a lot of autonomy. And the second bigger differentiator is faculty-led institutions. The US and foreign universities have a very strong faculty leadership in almost all aspects of the running of the university. Those are the two big differences.
So what all ideologies would you like to adopt in Bennett University that you learned in your past for Bennett University's future?
I'm not so sure that one size fits all, right? So I'm not saying some of those things can come here because we are a different system. However, I'm going to pick up from the NEP to 2020. The NEP 2020 has several of these ideas embedded in it, like choice, academic bank of credits, multiple entry exit points, right? Autonomy to your autonomy both financially and academically to universities to set a course and agenda, less regulation, more self-regulation. So those are the ideas that are now in NEP 2020, and those are really good for us, by the way. So those automatically will push us towards a more autonomous, more flexible system for the student and for the university.
So talking about NEP 2020 itself, it is obviously going to affect a lot on the universities, but it's also going to play a very significant role in the lives of the students. So I would like you to, tell the students, the viewers that are watching, how exactly is it going to, affect them and put a impact on them?
It's going to create more flexibility and choice for them. You know, number one. Number two, it gives them options to carve out their curricula, their course of study. Multidisciplinarity will come into their education. Right. Number three, the internationalization push and the globalization push gives students more options to cut across geographical boundaries for their education. Number four, as I said again to you, that there can be multiple entry-exit points. A student can come in, do a 1-year course, 2-year course, 3-year course. The question is, it's going to take time. The systems are going to take time to evolve. It will be 4, 5, 6, 7 years. Yeah, the real issue is implementation, where the rubber, as we say, meets the road. So the students should really, this is I would say a forward-looking document.
Right. So one of the most important or most asked questions that I should say is, why Bennett University? What makes it so different than other leading universities in India?
I will actually put this question in a larger scheme of thinking. Why any university?
Right.
Forget Bennett for a second. Why any university? I have noticed that we have a herd mentality. As a society, our students have a herd mentality. Today, a certain area is hot, a certain program is hot, everybody wants to go there, everybody wants to, barring some of these few elite universities. I would just simply say to the student, the aspiring student, do you know what career you want? Start with your career choice and go work backwards.
Right.
Find the right university that will prepare you for that career.
A particular job or
career. And then pursue it.
Right.
And if I go back to what I said about Bennett, I want Bennett to be the university of choice. So if you have a career that you want to pursue in entrepreneurship, Bennett is on your list. If you want to pursue a career in Industry 4.0, AI, ML, Bennett is on your list. If you want to pursue a career in law, Bennett is on your list. If you want to pursue a career in journalism, Times School of Media, Bennett is on your list. If you look at it, the connections have to be made that way, right? I mean, if you want to pursue a career in biotechnology, you should come to Bennett. Because we are putting those pieces together. We have world-class faculty, world-class infrastructure, world-class sports facilities. Those things are fine. But is Bennett the right place for you? And if it is, which I want to believe it is, then Bennett is for you.
Right. So I wanted to talk about Bennett more. I wanted to know what are some of the greatest strengths of Bennett University. And also, what exactly is there like something that, the students might not know about Bennett University that, that they should know through this interview, through you?
Bennett's greatest strengths. Let's begin with the vision of our founders. It's the Times Group. And I think that in itself is a big issue with Bennett. Bennett and the Times Group initiative behind it really helps us to see things differently, see things in the long vision, long run. And therefore, Bennett's a very, very well-funded institution.
Right.
We must say that. What we have created is a world-class infrastructure. I mean, air-conditioned classrooms, air-conditioned facilities, sports facilities, swimming pools, gymnasiums. All these are important. Very beautiful 68-acre campus, only an hour drive from New Delhi. So, but I think what we have to, again, say, what makes Bennett special is its faculty.
Okay.
But Bennett's faculty, 90% of them have PhDs. Over 90% of them have PhDs from global universities and the leading IITs and IITs, which is, I think, critical to Bennett's success, number one. Secondly, Bennett's curriculum are choice-based. So again, when you come here, you have this option of doing whatever you want to. And lastly, Bennett has a very strong focus on placements.
Okay.
And has a dedicated team of 10 people in the placements team, dedicated department-wise, law, computer science, engineering, and everything. So I think the whole, like any university is Bennett's got its very strong points. And I think it's, as I said, will become the top choice school
Right, definitely.
in the years to come.
Yes. So I think this was it. I feel like it was very informative for all the viewers and for all our audience. And one last question that I wanted to know was, is there any advice or suggestion that you would like to give to the aspiring students or to the current youth that are,
I already mentioned that. Don't rush into a herd mentality. Pick a school that you feel comfortable with, geographically, curriculum-wise. We have to get used to the idea that we should be comfortable as a student wherever we go and study. And unfortunately, we have so much society pressure. You have to go there, you have to do this. And a lot of times we end up doing things we don't enjoy doing. So I would like all of you to enjoy your undergraduate education, because these 4 years will be precious. 4 years in college are going to be your most memorable ones. So make a judicious choice, make an informed choice. I would recommend students to visit campuses so they know what they are getting into. Talk to faculty, talk to current students, talk to whoever they want to talk to. Get as much information as possible.
Right. Okay. I think that's it. So thank you so much.
You're welcome.